this lab is just to show you simple ways that you can set up notifications. These notifications are usually for admins or to log an event. So if a certain flow or certain branch is being used and you want to be able to record that, it might be a unique branch that is not used very often. It's for specific groups or specific people, and you want to keep tabs on that. This gives you the ability to add this as a notification. It can either be sent to you, or you can just have it log the event, and we'll show you a couple of examples on that. And then finally, we'll show you an option or an ability to be able to log a certificate use, or if a specific certificate is being issued, we can see that event and have that notify us as well. So with that, let's go ahead and add this notification plug-in to our workflows. So we're going to go to the workflow. We're going to go down to the corporate BYOD here option, and we're going to add a notification plugin. Now do understand this notification plugin does not have any visual signs from the user. It's just simply adding an action for Cloudpath to do for us in the event that that it is a next step within a flow or a branch. So if this is put into a branch section, once this step has taken place, it'll skip from a visual perspective from the user. It'll just skip to the next step, but it will actually generate that notification for you. So we're going to do send notification there. We're going to push next. It's going to be a new notification, of course. We haven't done any of those. And then this, we're just going to call it Lab 12 notification. And we have notification enabled here. Now the first thing we're going to do is just say log an event. And you can see there's many different things that you can actually do, but we're just going to show you a couple of examples here. One's log the event, and we're just going to put it in the message. And what we're going to put in the message is just some enrollment variables. So we talked about the variables before, and there is a format that you can use to allow you to add those variables into this notification. That way it makes the notification more meaningful and logs the information that you want. So you can see the formats that they talk about right here, but I've got some preset ones that I'm just going to use just for more example sake. And we can kind of look at them real quick, but I'm going to place these into the message area. Now all of these are the variables that I've chosen for this particular log message. You can see the user's domain name, device browser, so we can collect that information and so forth. And this is just going to be logged in our log whenever this plugin is activated within a branch. And so I've created that message there. I'm going to go ahead and push save now. And now we can see that this notification is now added to this branch. All right, so we're going to go ahead and publish this. Create a snapshot. Waiting for it to complete. Okay, let's take a look at this and see what we have. So we're going to go to launch this, and then we'll go through the process just so we can see this. So we're going to go to corporate BYOD. I'll put in my credentials. Okay, we've moved on to the final where I would actually launch this. So we're going to go back to Cloudpath and take a look at it from our events. So we're going to go to our dashboard. We're going to go to notifications and events. Now we can see our notification is logged, and if we go into the details of it, we can see the variables that we placed into the email message is now recorded within that event. This is very handy because we can go back and look at what was recorded and be able to reference it later. All of that is placed in there that was gathered during the enrollment process. Now, one other thing we can do is we can go in and change that events to actually send out an email. So we can use the same plugin, same option, same information, but we're actually going to have it send it out instead. So we're going to go down and edit this one. We're going to click on edit. We're going to scroll down now, and instead of log event, you can see again many different options there. The one we're going to use this time is the send administrator and email is our option that we're going to choose. But as you can see, there's many different ways that we can send this notification if we want to. So I'm going to go in there and have to move this around. So the administrator's email is we're going to identify the administrator. We are going to move this information down to the message itself. And we're also in the notification. We're going to say it's onboarding notification. And then in here, we're just going to simply identify the email address. We've completed that. Let's go ahead and push save. And then we'll publish that as well. Okay, that's ready to go. Let's go ahead and click on advanced and publish this, or launch this. Push start. Corporate BYOD again. And now that we move through that plugin of send notification again, that email is now sent out. And we can verify this. I'm not going to show you the email, but I will show you where we show a log where it was actually sent. So go back to Cloudpath. We'll go to the dashboard. We'll go to notifications and then go to the notifications tab. And we can see this email has now been sent out. That was the one that was sent. Onboarding notification was sent out to me. Now, the other place that we said that we can show notifications is when a certificate is issued. So we're going to go into the workflow again here. We are going to go ahead and delete this one now so we can go to the certificate issuance instead. And then we're going to go to the the certificate authority, and then we're going to go into manage templates. We're going to click on the down arrow here, and we can see that no notifications currently exists for this particular certificate. Anytime this certificate is issued, we can now say we want a notification or we want to be able to see when it is issued. So we're going to click add here. We're going to tell it that we want it the date basis immediately. We're going to certificate issuance is one we're wanting, although you can see there's other options there that you can choose from as well. And then we're going to set it up for send administrator an email. And the administrator email, the one I've been using, as you know. And the subject matter, we're going to say certificate. And then I'm also going to continue to, I'm still going to put in some of the variables that we saw earlier, giving me just more details of that certificate issuance, giving me more information in that email itself. Once I've done that, I push save. And now we can see that the email would be sent immediately upon request or certificate issuance, excuse me. Now I will need to go and publish that, so I'm going to go to configuration, go to workflows. I'm going to publish it. So now that that snapshot is created, anytime that certificate is issued from that branch, it will now send out a notification. And so that's very handy, especially for certificates that might be of high importance, that are rare, that might not have very many users, and it's more specific on you wanting to know. Those might have high access, and so therefore you just want to make sure that you are just aware if that certificate is issued.